Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV for some more Mandate of Heaven DLC for Total War 3 Kingdoms Perfect Start series, this time as Lu Zhi. So, Lu Zhi, for those of you who know the stories, was the mentor to Gongsun and Liu Bei. In the game, he is one of the governors, he's a strategist, and he has a benefit that all of his characters working for him will benefit from plus 10 character experience. Now, his faction specialization is very similar to Liu Chong in that he collects stuff and then you can put it into his library, and then that will give you certain bonuses based on what items you have in that library. So it can change and vary up depending on what you have. He also has loyalty to the hand, so he cannot declare himself as emperor when you enter the endgame, but he can become an emperor by taking the capital of an current emperor wannabe. As far as notable characters go, he has Huang Fusong, who was one of the big generals at the fall of the Han, working for him. He's a sentinel, and he is quite a good sentinel, similar to Taisha Tse in how he plays. But enough about that. Let's get into the game and I'll show you how to get a perfect start as Lu Zhi in this very hard campaign.
四海之内，流言风起，皆云天数有变，汉作已终。张氏兄弟揭竿而起，意在诛灭无道昏君，推翻汉王朝。 雄心野望如燎原之火，一星难灭，终至欲壑难填。试问天下有谁能抵挡权柄的诱惑呢？宦官们对汉室倾颓视而不见，依旧为自己攫取着更大的权力。那些曾忠于汉王朝的诸侯，则看到了机会。事到如此。 天下人无不设法为己身谋取利益，而张角则盘算着要君临天下，统御四海。天子大权旁落，皇后和宦官们争权夺利，作乱朝政。战火已是一触即发，不知要流尽多少鲜血，才能使天下重归一统。主公。 如今海内纷乱，叛贼四起，百姓正需要您的指引。
吾好守穷经，乃至此位。然庙堂之上，竟有弄权之人，宵小之辈，妄图玩弄权术，以图高位。燕患如今气焰熏天，京城不得安宁，天下苦之久矣。西北边陲已有人举义。 欲除此乱象，
您需教化百姓，以抚天下，使声名流芳后世。非圣贤之训，何以救黎民，扶正道？
如今海内怨声四起，东方又有乱贼起事。如今社稷微弱累卵，若是必须出兵护国，我当勉为其难。
纵然世道险恶，您亦应坚守本心。 道之所在，虽千万人吾往矣。主公，您当为万世开太平。
Okay, and here we are in the game. So, Lu Zhi, an attentive attendant. Being filial and incorruptible is a requirement for high office. This can, however, be taken too far, and if you write disapproving letters about the Emperor, correct or not, you should expect the consequences. So of course we need to collect books for the Great Library and put down rebellions against the Empire. The Great Library is the faction mechanic, so every time we complete certain objectives, we can go up to this button here at the Great Library and throw stuff in it. And if you look, see, the Chu Tzu will give us plus 100% character experience faction-wide, and we unlock it by owning a silk resource, okay? So it does show you what you need to do it, and it shows you what you get by doing it. So here, minus 25 corruption if we fully upgrade a city, and then we just click here to fill the slot. Now, first mission, dissent is quashed by Lu Zhi. Law and order has kept the peace within the Empire for generations. These rebels wish to sow chaos and uncertainty into the carefully laid garden of Han rule. You must do all you can to prevent that from happening, and we need to go whale on Huanji. And for doing that, we will get given the Dongguan Hanji, which will be the first of our books to go into the library, and will give us plus 5 armor for melee cavalry, faction-wide. Now, first things first, ancillaries. We have the Art of War, we have Military Advisor, and we have a Merchant. Okay, so zoom out a touch and have a look at our generals. Ooh, Huang Fusong. Could he do with any of these? Not really, to be honest. Doesn't really suit him. Lu Zhi, however, could definitely have the merchant, because he will definitely enjoy the plus 10% trade. So you can go in there. There we go. Having a bit of trouble clicking on it for some reason there. Yeah, and Zhongyuan, guess what? There are some people here who will work very nicely with you. There we go. Everybody happy. This thing is very, very useful. I'm tempted. No, because you have... Yeah, Huang Fusong has this very cool bow. Alright, I'll leave that as it is, and let's have a look at this. So, they have a pathetic army. We have a pretty damn solid one. These destroyers of treachery are not a bad cavalry force, and these defenders of the Empire are unbreakable spearmen. So, I'll see you in the battle. And here we are in the battle. Now, he has positioned himself right up here, so I'm just going to move a little bit closer to him. He has pretty... You know, these Redeemed Outlaws are not bad, especially early game. But they're not really going to do much against my Defenders of the Empire. My Defenders of the Empire are very, very solid troops. Really very solid troops. So I'm just going to advance them forward just a touch. Huang Fusong in support. Huang Fusong has his wonderful bow. These cavalry I'm going to have wheeling way out. Yeah, definitely. Everyone way out this side. You're going to move up behind. Is he just going to stand there? Looks like he's going to stand there. Well, that's absolutely fine. Right. You boys, if you don't mind, up you go. You can go behind. I think you chaps can just ride straight up there now. Speed it up so we can get there faster. Wanji wishes to duel Huang Fusong. No, I'm not going to risk Huang Fusong in a duel. He simply has a shocking weapon. So, yeah, not going to happen. But I will happily shoot the crap out of you with him. Make no mistake about that. Huang Fusong has quite a cool bow. You can see him there. Just loosing arrows. Having the time of his life, really. Adamant Resolve, plus 50% melee evasion. It's not a bad thing. Let's have these spears shift up. Right. There we go. If they are going to be spectacularly stupid about that, then we're just going to charge them. Because these Destroyers of Treachery are a pretty solid cavalry unit. That was uphill. I mean, it's no Heavy Tiger and Leopard from South, but they try hard at least. Right, you rock up in there. You have a shocking weapon as well, don't you? Yeah. Well, you are a strategist. I can't expect you to do amazing things. With a sword. Bang! There we go, in the back. Yeah, like I said, No heavy tiger and leopard, but they do a job. They do a job. Right, you chaps. If you could retreat out of there. Oh, oh, oh. Why have you run? That's embarrassing, frankly. No need to run as well. Right, good. You've come back. You've grown up. Come on, chase him down. Gang up on him. You chaps, get out of there. You chaps, form up here and see if you can regain some honor. Lu Zhi, move down here. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Are we feeling like we can charge? Yes, we are feeling like we can charge. There we go. That's a nice charge. Because of course these are just effectively sword, like, what are they? Saber infantry equivalent? It's maybe slightly weaker than saber infantry. They don't really stand a chance. Right, chase them off. Chase him off. Kung Fu Song. Kill him. Let's pop this. And cavalry in the back. Bang! There you go. You've regained some honor with that charge. Right, stay on them. Come on. Out you go. Yeah. Right. Hunt him down. We don't really need to kill them all as Lu Zhi, but you know, it'd be good for him to get some experience. Strategists, for me, the faster they get flaming shot and fire arrows, the more useful they are. Especially flaming shot. Fire arrows, yeah, you know, you can have it or you can not have it, it's no big deal, but oh, you're going to take forever. But if you do have flame, you know, if they can level up to flaming shot, then your artillery is just so much more effective in game, so much more effective. Alright, we lost a few cavalry there, but everything else is looking pretty damn solid. There we go. Battle 1. Huan Ji can die. And then for this, because you're going to be doing a lot of fighting, I would take the replenishment. So, descent is quashed and we have gained the Dongguan Hanji. Fantastic. Next. Written in stone. Yes, thank you, we know how that works. In uncertain times, preparation for military action is prudent, as are the preservation of things held close to our hearts. The things that make us who we are as individuals, as well as a society, should be kept for all time. The same teachings can thus be learned by the generations that follow. So we've just been given an extra 2,000. How lovely. Lu Zhi shares his knowledge with people. Exceptional works will always stand out from others, even in a library containing thousands of books. When these are prominently displayed, they can all be inspired by them. So we need to equip the Dongguan Hanji, which we have just been given. So we go up here, click this here, and equip it. Bing! There we go. And we have increased replenishment. 10% faction-wide. 10% replenishment is fantastic. A dedicated servant, Lu Zhi advances his station. You are a principled man that can be depended on to do the right thing and act in the right way. Naturally, you know that bettering yourself would only better the Empire, so we need to reach the faction rank of noble, and that will increase our replenishment as well. And recognition under heaven. Having your work recognized by anyone is a great thing, but imperial recognition is divine. The general of the gentlemen of the household of the north will defend the Empire against all of its enemies. That is a mouthful of a title. You'll see as well, we have this, +5 replenishment faction-wide. So I think we're definitely going to add that as well. So we've got an extra bunch of replenishment for now. Ancillaries, we have, yes, it's just going to say we have those as well. We have nothing extra. Now, you also want to look at trade. Now, remember the Chutsu gives us, we unlock the Chutsu if we trade with someone who has silk or if we own a silk resource. So we could look here to see if someone has silk and trade with them straight away, or we could just look for straight up money. I don't know if anybody does have silk straight up. that we can trade with? I don't think so, but Wang Rei is always good because he has a good selection of random resources. He's pretty powerful, so he's going to last for a long time, and if you're in a northern state, the chance of you ending up in a war against him is pretty minor. So, deal. After that, we've got assignments. So we're going to need an army. Now, normally I don't really look at the assignments for anything other than just generating income, but you are going to need an army. You have the enemies right here, right on your doorstep, and they're about to take over all the time. So what you need to do is do oversee mustering, because we're going to need to build up a force very damn quickly. Any of this stuff you want to upgrade, feel free to upgrade. It's really up to you what you want to choose for there, because for me, what I will want to focus on is building up all of my troops and building up my base of operations militarily as fast as possible. So in doing that, what we want to do is have a look at our other strategies, because eventually we want to split these people off and have an extra army. So we don't really have a cavalry general we can run because he's there. So I think you should do the trick. You get on with everyone here and we'll bring him in. Now, why am I going to bring in another strategist? Simple. We're going to split this army off into two. He has fire arrows available just here. If we have Lu Zhi get fire arrows, because he gets fire arrows, or does he already? No, he does not have fire arrows yet. He gets fire arrows next level as well. He gets fire arrows next level. We're going to have two strategists who are very, very useful. We then can hire other generals, split Hong Fu Song and Lu Zhi up eventually, and have two very solid strategists leading two armies. Okay, sorry about that edit there. I just needed to cough. Now, after that, like I said, you can choose what you want to do to upgrade here. For me, like the extra garrison is going to help you, or building up when you have enough money to build up the walls, also going to help you. Straight away, I'm going to build the garrison, and I am also going to shift my man up here to the edge of Hernei's borders and shove him into ambush stance. Because, as you can see, we have our big man here, and we need to be prepared to fight him, really. Just make sure that we don't get overwhelmed very, very early by this chap. You could also, if you wish to, recruit some extra soldiers. I think it's worth having a few, simply because you're fighting one of the big leaders of the Yellow Turban here very, very quickly. So having more soldiers, especially the ones that are going to replenish very, very quickly, because the mustering assignment we have just set, it's all going to work very nicely. Anyway, on to turn 2. That's a very long turn 1. Okay, and turn 2 is here. So we have all of this stuff. People of merit. Now, I would not focus on people of merit straight away for him. You want to spend the money on the army first. It's one of the few times I'll say that. Normally, you want to look out for important people that you can hire. For him, don't. Save your money so you can recruit troops fast as you can. Now, you'll see that Zheng Liang has moved over here. We came here just in case he decided to make a beeline for Hernei. He hasn't. He's moved over to, so that's all right. But what we're going to do, because he has a tendency to come for Hernei very, very quickly, is shift just about here. So we're still in the reinforcement range of the city, and we'll see if he wants to come and attack us. Now, another thing we are going to do is recruit some more men. I definitely want some more archers. I think we could probably do with some... See, I'd love to give him archers, but we just don't have that type of option with him right now. We've got good cavalry, so I'm going to give him some of those, and that should see us... Do you know what? More archers. There we go, we've got the money. Now, another thing we must do is get more trade. More trade is always a good option if you have land, so pop foreign envoys. Diplomacy. Trade agreement. see who's here who will give you a lot of money and possibly even silk. Will anyone bring me silk? It still doesn't look like they will, so don't worry too much about that. Joshin is another good option. Tao Qian has good money though. I think we'll go for him. He's still far enough away that it won't cause much of a problem. And we will stock that. Okay. Right. Everybody looks pretty ready. Good. I'll see you on turn 3. Okay, so in the end turn, Zhang Liang has done what I thought he might do and come to attack Hernay. So it's suggesting that we might have a valiant defeat on our hands here, but I think we can win it. And if we take him out, his base, which is Yer farmland, which he's just taken, is then open for me, and I can wipe out his faction by the end of the third turn, I guess. So yeah, I'll see you in the battle. Okay, here we are in the battle. This is not the greatest terrain for me to fight in, to be honest. Frustrating, actually. I need to be down here for my reinforcements. Right, okay. So we're going to sit down here. Now I want these boys, because they are unbreakable, to make up my front line. Okay, they are going to be there. I am going to sit these chaps behind and sit them behind there. There's a method to my madness. We are going to rearrange how we are currently set up as soon as my reinforcements come. And then I'm going to hide these boys if possible. There we go. That should do the trick. Right, now I want you chaps here. I'd like you guys right behind. Yep. Run up here, please. We need you. Big group of archers. There we go. On a supporting front. You boys can come here. You're going to be a nice reserve, and we're going to need that reserve to take out their tyrant slayers, because their tyrant slayers are scary good. You two, if you can act as a faction together, because you see he has the melee evasion boost for troops, and he has the melee evasion and armor debuff for the enemy, which is quite nice. Right, you lads over here. I think we could just hang here for now. Right, there we go. Yeah, these chaps here, the tyrant slayers. You don't want to get your generals mixed up with them. You really don't. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. I need my reinforcements to hurry up just a tiny bit. Okay. No, sorry, I forgot that. You do not want to duel anyone. Thank you. They are a lot better at fighting than we are. So I'm going to position some cavalry here. The idea being that I want to try and entice this cavalry onto me. And then if they're so enticed, I'm going to drop this G infantry straight into them. And that should pretty much take them out. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, everybody else is going to get into formation. We've got a good kill going on there. You overcharged, unfortunately. Right, pull out of that fight. You boys form up. There we go. Nice, nice. Excellent, you're there. Right. You lads, first job is to wreck them. Second job is to swing out this way. Okay, you're into position. Excellent work. Over here to support. You boys over here to support, because there seems to be a little bit of a gap, and you can move over here. Over here, yep. 1, 2, 3. You chaps over here. This cav unit here, go for it. Get in them. Get in them. Right. Let's see if we can deal with their center. You'll notice I'm not charging in Huang Fu Song. Lu Zhi's forces are unbelievably poor melee fighters at the beginning. They just have no decent weapons to speak of, any of that stuff. So the generals, as they are, I can't really duel with them. I can't really fight that much with them. So, you know, we'll live with it. Who's running already? You are? Oh, poo. This is frustrating. Right, Huang Fu Song, you are going to need to deal with him, unfortunately. I need that charge coming in here. I need you boys to come back. Lu Zhi, get stuck in. Moving around here. You chaps, up here. Go. And here's another cycle charge. Go, 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 go. Right, support him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift off over this way. Lu Zhi, you are unbelievably poor morale. That is such a disappointment. 1. Bing. Yes, there we go. Very nice. Charge going in. Good. Right. Nice job. Pull out of there. And you boys, where are you? Nice job. Pull out of there. Swing round into this flank. Actually, no. You boys come down here. Shoot the crap out of them. Make sure they don't come back. Need you to form up. Are you out of that yet? Not quite. I need you to form up. Where are you? You're not out of there either. Go on. Go on, get stuck in there. You get stuck in there. How are we doing? You've still got a while before that pops, which is a real shame. Go on, charge in there. Another charge in there. And kill them. Right. Swing off around this way. 1, 2, over here. You boys gang up on him. You boys gang up on him. Excellent job. Over here. Right. They're chased off for good. Get stuck in here. Lads, out you come. Second wave goes in and bang, just as my left flank crumbles. Oh crap, we ended up charging them right in the face because of how that worked out. That's okay though. Nobody really suffered for it. Right, get stuck into them. Sure. Kill them. Keep stuck onto him. You keep supporting here. You boys are in there. You're on him. You're nearby. You can, yes you can, do your thing. Fantastic. How are you? Well done. Nice to have you back. Lads over here. Alright, form up. And form up. Archer 1, 2, 3. Over here. Cav. Chase them off, please. Damn it. 1. Charge going in now. Smash. That's it. That's it. Good charge. Right. Finish him off. Finish it off. Finish it off. There we go. Go on, Huang Fu Song. Chase him down. Okay, and for this, we're going to do a little bit of chasing down. Just because the more we kill, the less we will have to fight. So, hunt him. How are we doing? Good. Good. That was a pretty solid win. We lost some casualties for sure. Huang Fu Song lost his horse. But, oh yeah, I said chase him. We've now smashed his army. Absolutely smashed it. He is not going to have anyone left from this really to speak of. They're going to die. He's realistically going to get away. So kill them. And kill them. Nice. Sure, we lost a lot of men. But, decisive victory. I'll take it. 760 kills for that unit. See, cavalry in this game are just unbelievably powerful. Unbelievable. There we go. So he's got 142 men left. We've got a pig. We're going to kill him. We're going to take the replenishment. And with the battle over, our turn is now over. And Zhang Liang has just joined a war against Liu Yu, but he is in a world of pain. So, not so fussed about that. The Zhang brothers, of course. You hear rumours of 3 brothers of the Zhang family from Zulu County, who have been gathering many followers to their side. It is said that one day, while gathering herbs, one of the brothers was visited by an old man who handed them a book of 3 volumes, The Essential Arts of Great Peace. It was said that whoever held this book would be able to bring peace to all mankind. The group have begun calling themselves the Yellow Turbans due to the scarves they wear on their heads. Of course, we have just met them. Ancillaries, we've got matched Jen, and we have a stone pig. Well, I don't think any of these will work for any of our current blokies. Hongfu Song could, I guess, have it just for now at least. So he can do a touch more damage. Because we're still in our territory, we have a little bit of extra replenishment. Zhang Liang has been beaten, but he is now back at your farmland. However, first thing we're going to do is just rush straight for him. Delegate this, we don't need to fight it. Kill him off. There we go, and because we have 2 farmlands, we have just faction destroyed Zhang Liang. As I said, we have now killed him off. But because we have 2 pieces of farmland, we have the... Where is the new one? Here, the Lu Zhi Chunqiu. So +2 food production, okay? Because we have 2 farms. So we're going to equip this. That's going to give us extra food production, which is lovely because food basically equates to good trade deals. You can use it for money and everything else in this game. It's fantastic. Right, nothing extra for you, I'm afraid. But it's good that you've leveled up. Right, no extra soldiers or anything, generals that we can hire. Now, we could spend money on this, or we could spend money on making sure that we have a full assortment of soldiers here. I am going to spend the money on getting some more soldiers. We're going to get militia, because they're a little bit cheaper. Yes, I do want a catapult, however. Definitely want a catapult. Yeah, and we're going to get that. We can always rearrange their armies later, but I think it's pretty important to have a pretty solid force. And yes, that is our turn 3. I will see you in turn 4. And with turn 4, the Emperor has decided to declare war on Zhang Bao. Zhang Bao is situated here in Ye. We're not at war with him yet, but we will be very soon. Right. Characters, anyone here? If you have the spare money, feel free to recruit someone. I don't. Zhou Tai isn't a bad person, though. Cryptographer is quite nice. We're going to put you in here. And what we're going to do is just shift over to the borders of Ye, and we're going to drop into ambush stance, just in case this army decides that it wants to come and have a play. It shouldn't, but in testing, because I do test about 5 or 6 times before I release these videos, in testing, on one occasion he did decide to attack early, but all the others he didn't. But that occasion he decided to attack early, I wasn't in ambush stance. So yeah, that's what I think it will be. Anyway, it's a pretty simple turn this. Basically, just shift your boy there. Then what you can do, if you want some more gold, is go flog some food. So look for people who don't have any food. Like very poor food is usually better. See, Cao Cao, no real food. You can offer him some food. Doesn't really matter how much he needs. Request payment or request regular payment. I just want cash in hand right now. And I found that with Mandate of Heaven, they're less willing to give you turn by turn payments, and they're much more willing to give you a large slab of cash. I think because everyone's annual payments is much reduced in the early stages. And there, 500, not bad. So you can by all means do that. I'm just going to do one example. I'm not going to go through it with everything, but yes, I would flog quite a lot of this food. Anyway, I will see you in turn 5. Turn 5, and we have graffiti. As you walk through a local village, you see 3 men in the town square. They are tied to blocks and a headsman stands above them. Their crime was spreading graffiti, promoting the yellow turbans around the village. Things seem to be getting out of hand with these yellow turbans. Well, it's a good thing we put one of them down already. Ancillaries, we have a builder, potentially useful. Nobody really to give it to who's better than him right now. But you'll notice, for those of you who know Liu Bei's campaign, normally by this stage he doesn't have Ping Yuan, but the AI already does. So bear that in mind. You have a good relationship with him because you are his old mentor, so you've got this past friendship. Now we are going to be crazy aggressive. There's no point waiting for the end of the world. So what we're going to do is just head into this territory here. Just a touch. And sit in ambush stance. Why are we going to do that? Because we're expecting him, if you know his campaign, to move up towards Anping and take out Hanfu. This will then leave Ye open, we can then declare war, and on declaring war, we can ask Liu Bei to join in and we can gang up on Zhangbao straight away. Anyway, that's it for this turn. Feel free to sell some more food if you need to. I'll see you in the next one. And you'll see the war against the Yellow Turbans has begun. Cao Cao has now declared war against Jiang Jue. Tang Zhuo has defected. A Yellow Turban officer, Tang Zhuo, has seen the Tang Zhuo. See, the spelling mistake always irritates me. Seen the error of his ways and surrendered to the Emperor. He has implicated others in the plot who have been swiftly dealt with the Emperor's justice. Seems the Yellow Turbans are planning to strike against the Empire. Well, we knew that already, which is why we're planning an alpha strike. Now, our supplies may be low, but that's fine because we're going to jump straight into this place now. Issue declaration. In we go. Our land. There we go. And we've taken it from under his nose. Now this is likely to cause his army to swing round and try and take it back. Power increases to noble. How fantastic. Your deeds carry great renown and your reputation reaches beyond your borders. Continue to build your prestige and fight against the growing tide of chaos. There we go. We've got increased recruitment because of that, which is nice. We've taken so the commandery is now secured. What you can do is spend some money just to switch things around here to make it safer. And like I said, now we've declared war, we want to look up Mr. Liu Bei himself and say, would you mind joining us? Now we want him to declare war against Zhangbao, so we'll select that, confirm, he's not so keen, make this work, have a chunk of cash. We can either afford to throw it out that way, or we can just say, how would you like just a tiny bit of food, just to help things along. Do we have any ancillaries that may work? Oh, we've got a new glaive, we've got some kindred gen. Have a clay axe, because you love those. Have a pig, because you love those. Oh, and now I'll just drop you a tiny bit of gold, and we should be okay. So pop this across, almost there. There we go. Sweet. You can do that. He will now declare war and he will work with us, which is wonderful news. So now we have our buddy coming to help us in this war. Now, that is the end of this tutorial. What has happened is that you have got 2 solid food producing commanderies here that you can use to build up your base, and you should have a pretty solid army. To your east, you have a very reliable ally. Liu Bei doesn't betray anyone, so you've got him on side unless you really start to muck him about. And he has Guan Yu Jiangfei coming along if he hasn't already got them as the AI. So having them marching up here to help you against Zhangbao is going to be absolutely huge. Don't worry about these chaps over here, Ding Yuan and Bianzhang, they will also be on your side as well, unless you really start to upset them, because you're all part of the Empire, and the Yellow Turbans are a greater threat than any feuds. Liu Yu is being eaten alive by Zhang Jue. There's not much he's going to do. Expect him to fold. Han Fu, you may have managed to save him for a little bit of time, because normally what would happen is Zhang Bao would continue up this way and try and take this land. Zhang Jue as well would smash him and he would fold. But because you have taken Ye, expect him to come back this way. Now, you should be able to beat him with this army. Zhang Bao is no Zhang Liang. His army is less effective. He has these Yao Guai hunters, which are basically poison arrows. They kill units over time. You want to watch out for them. Try and kill them quickly before they start to shoot anything at your expensive troops or your generals, because they will just take them out. But the rest of this army, you should be able to murder just with your arrows doing a ton of damage, even though they have shields. They're not the greatest people in the world. Then when you get into the fight itself, you should deal with them pretty effectively. These boys, Pei Yuan Shao, you want to look out for him. He's quite a powerful person. Jiang Mancheng, I can't remember. I don't think he's as potent as Pei Yuan Shao. So yeah, look out for Pei Yuan Shao. But you should be able to beat Zhang Bao in the battle here. After that, Anping is open for you to take, and you will have taken out 2 of the brothers before the Mandate War has really gone nuts, which will be magnificent, because then you just have Zhang Jue, who's stuck up here between you and Liu Bei. Han Fu will still, who knows if he'll be alive or not. Potentially he'll be alive. If he is alive, he'll be able to help you out in the fight as well, which is nice. Liu Yu is probably going to still have some of these corner things up there and fighting away. And remember, he has Gongsun Zan. So if he dies, Gongsun Zan comes on the market. If you have a chance to hire him, hire him. He's a very potent vanguard. And you've been avoiding hiring any extra officers in the early stages because you were building up your army. By that stage, you should have some gold to spend on luxuries like expensive officers. Longer term, you are going to have to deal with this further, which means that you want to start going down the grain storage development or the Confucius Temple development to deal with that. Corruption will become a problem later on, so you don't need to worry about state workshops and things like that. But to get Confucian temples and to get the grain storage, you need to upgrade your towns into cities to do so. Basically, this is the fastest way to win the Mandate War. You will win the Mandate War very, very quickly. The only thing you want to worry about is any of these boys over here declaring a feud against you. That's the only thing you need to worry about. So try and be friendly with them. You don't need to stick with any long-term deals if you don't want to. But when I played, certainly I picked Bianzhang and had a non-aggression pact with him just to make sure my western border was also secure. Ding Yuan will be confederated by Dongzhuo eventually, so I wouldn't worry about him too much, but Dongzhuo hates you. It will get better because you're at war with Yellow Turbans, but he hates you. Bear that in mind. So after that, your next port of call is to feud against Dongzhuo. Once he's taken Ding Yuan's land, you should have already wiped out Zhang Jue, smash your way across there, and take the northwest. Take the Heishan mountain range, and you'll be pretty good. Huang Shao will still be nearby. He kicks off around here, Dong. Bear that in mind when you're expanding. Hernay will be threatened. Hopefully Liu Bei will be able to help you out there. But you will want to recruit a new army pretty damn quickly. Fortunately, you do have people who can do it. Fuxie, Ma Midi, Zhongyuan. You can get Zhongyuan to cancel the assignment, pop out as well. What I would do is split Gao You off and maybe drop Zhongyuan into this army. And then put Fuxie together with Huang Fusong or another general that you hire, depending how you want to rearrange the armies. So you have basically 2 full stacks, one going against Huang Shao down here, one going up into the north here. There will be a rebellion over here, Beigong Boyu. it shouldn't really affect you for a long time unless you want it to. If you start clubbing into Dongjua, you will encounter it. If you encounter it, they're not that hard. Smash into them, you'll take that land, and you'll basically own the north. But, you know, Matong, Hansui, people like that will also eat into it eventually. So you don't need to worry about it too much if you don't want to. Mainly, the thing that's going to hold you back is fervor. There will be fervor up here all the time until you start to get really high level Confucian temples, and you have characters, especially commanders, have got anti-fervor assignments, things like that, until you solve that. Because even if your towns don't have fervor and you have all the buildings, if neighboring towns commanded by other factions have high fervor, you can get it just by proximity. So bear that in mind. You might need to have small groups of armies, you know, like one full retinue, for example, marching around, because the yellow turbans that'll pop up are basically just peasants. So you don't need a very strong army, but you will need an army to deal with them longer term. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed that. We've pretty much half won the Mandate War already, and we're on turn 6. If you can beat it by turn 12, you've done it faster than I have. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. We are going through every one of the starting factions and doing what I think is a perfect start for all of them. If you haven't seen the others, the end screen, you will have a link to the playlist, so please click on that and have a look. There should also be a link in the description below. And of course, if you think you can do better, if you have better moves, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I know that with this, one of the things I experimented was taking Lu Zhi on a nomadic walk all the way down to the south, which is definitely a safer option than staying up here to fight. But again, you get a very similar experience if you're playing as Cao Cao or Sun Jian. So I wanted to do it up here and actually win the Mandate War very, very quickly. But that's it from me today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.